Hi, this is John, Flat 6 Motorsports, and we're taking a look at this build showcase of this 997.1 turbo. Now, this customer brought this car to us completely stock. He was looking at a 991.1 turbo, maybe upgrading, but he really liked the manual transmission that was in this 997, liked the car, so thought instead of spending the extra money on the 991, he would just put it into this 997. So he wanted to go with a pretty extensive build, probably one of the most extensive builds we've done here. So let's go through all the details of this car and kind of catch you up to everything we've done on it. We did a little bit of service work to this car. It had about 25,000 miles, but wanted to do a refresh on it. So we pinned the coolant lines, put new coil packs, spark plugs, water pump, thermostat, all new gaskets and sealed. So basically a refreshed motor with kind of the common failure points on this car addressed. We want this thing to run reliably for a long time. Now on the power side, the biggest addition was going to be the pure turbos, their 68 millimeter turbo upgrade. We also custom tuned this with a Cobb access port. This car makes about 560 wheel horsepower and 540 foot-pounds of torque, which was about 200 horsepower over its stock form. Now, we also added a Soul Performance Competition X-Pipe exhaust, the Fab-Speed turbo manifolds. We put some Go Fast Bits Diverter Plus upgrades on the car when we did the turbos. To feed fuel to the car, we upgraded the injectors to Injector Dynamics 1050cc injectors to handle the extra air that was moving in through the turbochargers. We also put the Cobb 3-bar map sensor to make the setup all work. It has an IPT plenum as well. And then on the intake side, we put the Racing Dynamics intake with a high flow BMC air filter to finish it out on the power side. Now, with that extra power, the boost from the turbochargers, we need to improve the cooling of this car. So we put the AMS or Alpha Performance intercooler kit, very beautifully designed kit. We also put the CSF radiators, all three of them, the center and the side radiators, up front as well, just to help with cooling. Now with that increased power, the car pulls significantly harder. It's really a joy to drive, especially with this manual transmission. It's just a lot more aggressive feeling than some of the more modern cars that feel a little bit more automated and numb. This car definitely has tons of power. It's similar to a 991.1 Turbo S with full bolt-ons and a custom tune. So pretty impressive power. Like I said, just very fun to drive. Car sounds amazing with this Soul Performance exhaust. Very aggressive with upgraded turbos as well. So to hold that additional power, we put the Spec Stage 2 Plus clutch kit in, and then also match it with a Clutch Master's lightweight flywheel, which is a single mass flywheel. This thing revs really free, and it's going to hold all that power very effectively. We put a numeric short throw shifter in, which gives very nice crisp shifts. We put their cable set in as well. So that's going to hold very good, feels very good. And we topped it off with a Racing Slammer shift knob, just for some extra looks. That's a weighted shift knob, so it actually makes the shifting effort a little bit less in between throws, which makes it just kind of a little bit more crisp and easier to engage in the gates. So on the chassis side, we added the RSS solid engine mounts. It's a very popular upgrade for the 996 and 997. We got rid of those worn out rubbery engine mounts that had a lot of flex and deflection in them, replaced them with a nice brand new RSS solid engine mounts. We lowered the car with some H&R lowering springs. This gives the car a little bit lower of a center of gravity, which can improve handling, but it also gives it a better aesthetic. While we had the shocks out, we also replaced the top mounts, both front and rear, with the Tarrant Engineering monoball mounts. These are a nice CNC machine part. Again, they get rid of some of that deflection that's in the rubber mount. Nice solid monoballs, makes the car more direct and handling a lot better. We added some agency power sway bars as well, front and rear, a little bit thicker, to improve some of that lateral quickness in terms of weight transfer. Just makes the car feel a little more agile. We also topped off in the front with the Redline strut tower brace, just kind of bracing the chassis a little more. And just for safety, we added the Redline tow hook out front, just in case this thing ever gets into any trouble, but also kind of cool looking. Now with all that added power, we need the car to slow down a lot better as well, so we upgraded the brakes, putting new slotted rotors on. These are slotted and coated rotors. And then we put Hawk HPS 5.0 pads. These are a really nice compound for the street, a high performance street pad. So you're not gonna get the annoying squealing or heavy dust that you would with a track pad, but it's gonna enhance some of the initial bite and friction point of the brake pad, so it's going to help the car stop a little better. We also added some Goodrich stainless lines while we were at it, and then we replaced the fluid with some Motul RBF 600 racing brake fluid, just in case this thing ever does see the track. We want to have it nice and prepped for that. Inside of the car, we added a Redline fire extinguisher mount with a quick release. Now, this customer actually had some previous issues with fire, so we wanted to make sure to keep them safe just in case that does arise. We obviously don't anticipate it. We added the SRP racing pedals, really nice kind of crafted product. Customizes the interior and makes the pedals look really nice. This customer also wanted an update from the old radio that was in the car, so we did a custom integration kit that's provided by Suncoast to the Bose system, and it's a Kenwood stereo just to kind of give it an updated UI. So on the outside of the car, we have this beautiful NR Auto carbon fiber lip made of pure carbon fiber. The fitment is excellent and it looks really nice, and it's just a nice little subtle upgrade to the front of the car. On the sides, we added the matte carbon fiber inlet scoops to kind of give it a GT2 look. Customer really liked that idea. And then outside of the car, we also removed the paint film protection, that clear bra that was on there, polished it up, put a coat of ceramic on it, so the paint looks as good as it did when it rolled off the showroom floor. The wheels, the customer chose a set of 19-inch BC Forge RT50 monoblock wheels. Now, these are a forged aluminum wheel, extremely lightweight. Look really nice as well. He chose this kind of burgundy color. It's a translucent type finish, so you see a little bit of the steel underneath the coating. It just kind of looks like a wet candy or so. Just a really interesting look, especially under direct light. We also topped it off with some new Michelin Pilot 4S tires. The other tires didn't have a lot of miles, but were just getting old, so we did that with the new wheels. And then we put the World Motorsports titanium lug bolts on just to help reduce some of that weight, and they look really nice as well on the wheels there. So I hope you enjoyed this build overview of this 997 Turbo. We took a run-of-the-mill stock 997 Turbo, turned it into something very interesting with the collaboration of our client. If you're interested in any of these modifications for your 997 Turbo, or you have a Porsche out there and you're interested in doing a build, we have a great depth of expertise, a lot of different solutions for all late model Porsches, very performance focused here, so feel free to reach out. Check us out at flat6motorsports.com. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't. We're gonna have more build showcases like this coming your way. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.